Well, hello there, my dear friends. Welcome back to the Scott Reed Project. So today, it's the easy way to prepare game part 2, the ubiquitous pheasant. Most probably one of the most shot birds, and I'm going to show you how to prepare it the simple way. So I'm over here on the farm where Coops is a gamekeeper. He's had 1 day shooting so far, and it was announced that we will be going into lockdown again for the second time in 4 days' time. Lockdown for a month, so there'll be no more shooting. Who knows if they'll get any more shooting in December? We don't know. It's just a crazy time we live in. Anywho, if you've got some pheasants, or you can get some pheasants, and you want to know how to prepare them, I'm your man. Let's get down on the block. Right then, my friends, I don't know if you saw part 1 where we did the partridge. The partridge is an easy one. The pheasant, not so much. So, where do we start? So, simply, again, I'm just going to take the wings off like I did the partridge. Just at the end of that drumette. There's no meat on them. And what I'm doing is basically reducing the bird down to just the bits we want to pluck. So very simple. Okay, so just take the head off near the neck, because we want to save a bit of neck for when we're trussing. Now these legs, this one's got a broken leg. So we just nip in through the natural joint and just turn in that leg. Holding on to the meat and just gently pull out. And you'll get all the sinews like that. So basically, let's just show you this. So we've got the natural bend of the leg. One and underneath, so basically its knee, dislocated its knee, and you can see there we've snapped the bone. Turn and pull. Beautiful. So now we start to pluck. Again, just using your finger and your thumb. The thing with these pheasants is you don't know what you're going to get, because they've been shot. Just because they look and feel all right, you don't know what's underneath. And the reason I say that is already I can see some bruising, but just working my way over the breast. And as the season gets going, if it gets going, and the birds get bigger, they get harder to pluck. Beautiful this is though. So just grabbing a handful, you see there, and pulling them out. The trick is not to take too many at a time. So we got 3 or 4 there, holding that skin, as you can see there, almost pulls out. But that's a great way of doing it. Just take the tension of the skin. So over the back then, it's a little bit easier to pluck. But going back to what I was saying about these being shot, these pheasants, you start plucking where a pellet from the shot. Might have broke the skin, so it can be quite tricky to skin them then. Just take your time. Okay then, so there's the basic pheasant. Just take your time. You will get a few tears, but it's no big deal. Just give it a little fettle up. So this neck here, I'm just going to cut it off quite long, simple, knife down, in, done. Pull out these tail feathers one at a time, nice and simple. Right, let's get that out of the way. Just tidying it up now, and then we'll open her up. Okay, so where that breastbone ends, I'm just going to make a little incision, just like that. Get my fingers into the cavity. So you can see my fingers in there. I'm working up over the breastbone, right to the back, just gathering all the goodies. I can feel that the spine was broken in this one, but we pull out all the viscera. Have me cloth, wipe my hands. So, as you can see, like I said, I could feel that backbone was broken, the spine, so it shattered the liver. So we'll get rid of that. Get me cloth. So back in, the heart and the lungs are still in. Then turn it round. Just put a bit of tension on that neck, just up like that. And then we'll just bend that neck back. Let me turn it around to show you. And we can get that windpipe. And then check any other bits. Check what's in its crop, which is here, just above. A few bits of wheat. So it should be nice and clean. Just see if I can get them lungs out. It's quite shattered in there. So, onto this end, what I tend to do with the old jacksie is just cut it out. Just a bit of wipe. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, I'll give that a swill out in some cold water and we'll truss it. But yeah, starting to look a bit more like the pheasants we know and love. So I'm just going to take that parson's nose off then, just give it a final fettle and get this little beauty tied up. Right, where's my string? Well, I was going to show you how to truss this little pheasant, but like everything in this room that my mate Mr. Coops uses, just disappears. It's magical, man. But one beautiful oven ready pheasant. Right then, I've showed you how to pluck them. I'm going to show you how to skin them. Now, this is a easy method, but if you've got the time, take you about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you can pluck them, they'll always cook better with that skin on, but do not panic if not. So, right before, let's get that knife, I've taken the wings off, taken the neck off, I'm just taking the legs off there for now, and we pull a bit away from the breast. Marvellous, isn't it? Look at that. I'm being quite rough with that. It's always the way when you just want to skin them. Perfect. So, just pick up a bit of the skin. Get your fingers in. Move all that out of the way. And basically, just undress it. Put on some nice music. Turn the lights down low and gently slip their clothes off. So you haven't got to be too careful here. We are literally undressing it, and it happens really quickly. So when we get to there, knife straight off with the parson's nose, and before you know it, old Fezzy is almost done. Now if you like, you could just skin off the breasts and take those off the bone, but I think it's good to use these legs, especially the thighs. If you can collect up the thighs and make a wonderful curry. So giving it a wipe with my cloth. He's almost done. She's almost done. Same as before, just under the breastbone, in, right to the back, pull, and it all comes away. Beautiful. And then separating that windpipe, cutting off the neck, so breaking off that drumstick tip. You may be wondering why I cut the leg off. It's just easier to get the skin off and pull. Wow, my wonderful feathered friends, here we have one skinned pheasant, one plucked pheasant. Entirely up to you which way you want to do it. Just look at those beautiful things all ready for the oven. And you may be thinking, but how would you cook them? Well, luckily there's this chancer on YouTube who's written a book all about feathered game. I hear it's quite good. If you would like a copy, the link will be in the description. So if you've enjoyed what you're seeing here today on the SRP, the Scott Reed Project, please click subscribe when my face, I think, should be over here in this corner. Also, check me out on my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at the Scott Reed Project. And if you'd like to help my little channel along, providing you all this free info, and you'd like to contribute, check out my Patreon page. But until next time, God knows when that will be. After lockdown in a month's time, take care of yourself, stay safe, keep the faith, keep rocking in the free world. All the best, my friends.